Hey everybody, how you doing? So today is June 5th, 2018, and I decided that I needed to record a video for several reasons. Number one being it's been like 2 months since I last recorded, maybe not that long, I don't know. It's been a while. And also I missed a goal. I like way missed a goal and I want to hold myself accountable. And I want you guys to see the the ugly truth of it. And it's the end of the school year. I'm completely exhausted, and tonight I skipped Zumba, and I skipped it last Saturday, and I skipped it the Thursday before, and I am beating myself up about it, and I wanted you guys to see that too. So, so let's see. My stats are, I just had to pause and do some calculations. They're basically the same. So I'm like 8.5 months out and I'm 55 pounds down, and I definitely wanted to be farther down at this point. I still have, I don't know, 20 pounds to lose maybe, to be where I want to be. So man, it has been a long day. I apologize. I look washed out. So, the latest and greatest, I missed my goal in May, and there are so many reasons why, and there are so many excuses I could make, so I might as well make them because we all make excuses, right? So May was just a wash. We traveled for the first weekend of Denver, so we were in Denver. We were gone for like 4 or 5 days, and you know, traveling is just rough between the time changes and not like getting on a regular schedule for a few days and not being hungry at the right times. And then now I will say it's a lot easier to eat healthy in Colorado. I mean, every place I went to had vegan, vegetarian options, had protein options, and there was even keto things on the menus, and it was awesome. That being said, it was also expensive, and you know, I'm a teacher. It's not like I make a lot of money, so that was tough. And then we came back, and 3 days later was my husband's birthday, and that involved delicious Mexican food and cake. You know, gotta live. Then 3 days later was Mother's Day. And then a week later was a rehearsal dinner and a wedding. And then a few days later was our wedding anniversary and dinner with our friends. And it was just like one thing after another. And there was cake. Literally every week there was some sort of cake. There was even more cake yesterday. So, you know, it's been the month of cake. So note to self for me, May is the month of cake. And, you know, I should prepare myself for that. So, but anyway, it's definitely been a struggle. And you know what? It's the end of the school year, and if you're a teacher, or if you have a busy season at any job you're in, you understand the exhaustion of coming home at the end of the day and just being completely wiped. I mean, I'm like done. I'm sitting here, it's like 7:45. My son has food for dinner, but I have nothing that I can eat for dinner that's like easy for me to make, and therefore I just have not eaten yet. And I don't know what I'm gonna have, but the thought of it making something, I just can't. So that's the point I'm at. So I'm looking forward to the summer, getting back to the gym. I need to switch up my exercise routine, and really focusing on you know, making more recipes as opposed to just kind of doing some food prep just to get by. So my husband got me this for I think for our anniversary. These are, and I wanted to show you guys because it's great. Can you see? These are two of our like favorite people. They do videos together, and they call themselves Keto Connect, and they have this cookbook that I have gone through, and it just looks really great. And you can get a lot of the stuff for free online anyway. Like their recipes are on Pinterest and YouTube and all that. They have videos that go along with them. So they're great, but that's, you know, one of my goals over the summer. One of my goals is to really get more into making recipes as opposed to just throwing things together. So that's the goal. Basically, my daily menu that I've been living on, and I haven't gained weight or anything, so, 8.5 months out from bariatric surgery, and this is what I'm eating. So in the morning, I've been doing my keto overnight oats, which is, I think I talked about it last time, but it's a little bit of yogurt, like plain Greek yogurt, no sugar added, some hemp hearts, chia seeds. I added some shredded coconut, some milk, and some stevia, and that's been my go-to. And if I don't have time to meal prep with all these weekends, they've been so crazy busy that sometimes I'll just grab a Quest protein bar, and, that's not my favorite thing to do. I was trying to get away from processed food, but it is what it is. So I do that. My lunches, I've been making a lot of like egg bakes. We got this product from a friend of ours who recommended it. It's called Carb Quick, and it's like, you can get it on Amazon. It's like Bisquick, but with basically 2 net carbs per serving, and it is so good for like trying to fluff something up. Or we made like little cheesy, they're like Red Lobster biscuit, fake, copycat things. They were really good. So if I had energy, I would be using that tonight to make something, because it gives you that feeling of having, a little bit of a carb, but without the actual carb. So I've been, making those things for lunch, or just hard boiling eggs. I take a mix of almonds. We keep them on the counter, just like in a jar, because that way they're there and they're easy to, I don't know if you can see my messy house right now, but over there on the counter is some almonds in jars, and some hemp hearts and some raw cashews, just for a quick something to grab, because the last thing you want to do is graze on something that's not good. So if you keep it out in front of you, you're less likely to have to go and find things in the cabinet. Let's see. I do an ounce of almonds for my snack with about 0.6 ounces of macadamia nuts. Macadamia nuts are nice and filling, and they're good fats. And then I've been living off string cheese and, other cheeses because of the no meat thing. So dinners have been rough. Like I said, right now I'm just sitting here. I haven't eaten, and I honestly don't know what I'm going to have. Last night I took roasted red peppers, and I just cut those up with olives and some cheddar cheese. Didn't even go. It wasn't like mozzarella. But it filled me up, so I guess that's good. What I have been noticing this past month, and I think that this is important to talk about, is that the more stressed I am, the more I want carbs, and the more I want chocolate. So I think that's something to, you want those comfort foods, and it's definitely something to keep in mind. Like right now, I would love a bowl of cereal. And for many years, that would have been my dinner. When I was, a single mom, that would have been my dinner. Or because my husband's schedule, he works he works evenings. So a lot of times I'm by myself for dinner with Jordan, and, Jordan will eat, leftover meat and things we have. And I would just be like, oh, I don't know, I'll just have cereal. And then once I had the surgery, I knew I had to stop that. It's sugar. Sugar in milk. So you get those cravings when life gets hard to go back to the comfort food. And that has been a real struggle. I'm not going to lie to you and say, you get this surgery and suddenly you never crave anything ever again. And it's just miraculously it goes away. No, you get head hunger, you get cravings, and you could potentially emotionally eat just like before. The difference is that I don't have a lot of room. So, a few weeks ago, we went out with our neighbors to this restaurant nearby, and we had awesome food. I mean, well, I did. It's like Louisiana style, and they had these things, flash fried black eyed peas were so good, and these homemade sweet potato mash, so good. And again, a lot of carbs, which is something I haven't been eating a lot, and I felt so sick. I mean, it was a good half an hour where I was sweating profusely. I was nauseous. I thought I was going to throw up. And I did it to myself. And I was so mad at myself because I had all this food and I clearly do not have the room for it. So it was a very, and that, by the way, there's a name for that. Those of you who are new to the bariatric scene, that is called dumping syndrome, which sounds disgusting, but it's because of basically your body, when you have those carbs, they flood into your bloodstream. The sugar floods into your bloodstream, and it dumps into your bloodstream, and it pulls a lot of the water out of your intestinal tract. So you wind up, you can get sick to your stomach, and you can have some side effects of that. But you can get like sweaty and uncomfortable and rapid heart rate, and it happens. And I'll never forget the class that we all took the week before or 2 weeks before surgery. They make you all take this class. And the woman that she's like one of the patient coordinators, she's wonderful, Terry, she said, I have several wishes for you, but one of them is I hope you get dumping syndrome. And we were all like, oh, that's mean, because who wants that? But it's so true, because it's a reminder, don't eat like that. Don't do that. And it it serves a purpose. So I should not have had all of that food that I had, and I shouldn't have had carbs with more carbs and more carbs when I haven't been eating carbs, because my body was just like, what the heck are you doing? So, I did want to share that as well, because it's important for people to know the ins and outs. I mean, again, it was like a half an hour to 45 minutes, I'd say, of completely being uncomfortable. But then I rebounded and I was fine. And now I will think about that the next time, So anyway, so this episode, I guess, is more some of the downsides. You still get head hunger, you still get cravings, you don't always reach your goals, and it's okay. Somebody said to me, and I think I might have said this in the last video, but why are you setting goals for yourself when you had a surgery done and you have no idea what to expect, because everybody's different? And I was like, well, I know I need goals and, all of that. But it is true. Everybody's road is a little bit different. And that's really what I'm seeing right now. I need to, try not to obsess, because that's a slippery slope. I need to try not to beat myself up, because that's a slippery slope, and it all is. So most important thing is to live a healthy lifestyle, eat and exercise as if I want to live on this planet for as long as I possibly can. And every decision, we make, got to keep that in mind. And that's what that's what I'm trying to do. So that's the update. Hopefully next time I see you, I will be done with the school year and won't look so washed out and completely done with work. So anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and if anybody has any questions or comments or anything, please feel free to reach out. Thanks so much. Have a great day.